He's a very likable man, very easygoing, likable man. And I had the chance of surrounding him with some very nice actresses.
The first role that I saw Bruno in was Maigret, and I must admit that he just captivated me with this seemingly doddering detective who was always pipe smoking, right? He was always there, and it's almost like you could actually watch the wheels turning in his head.
I find that his mind is always working when he's in Maigret, because he will just be sitting in the little restaurant or the bar area of a hotel, and he can be observing, or he may be listening to people. It's just all this innate ability, and his mind is just constantly working, figuring things out.
You know, as a film actor, he was he studied in the conservatory in Paris with actors that are rather famous, you know, Annie Girardot, Jean-Paul Belmondo, Jean Rochefort. And he landed some parts with strong directors, Costa Gavras, Henri Clément, and Luchino Visconti.
In France, he was a well-known supporting actor. And everybody thought he was a good actor, but he was not a star, not close to being a star.
In his youth, he played characters which were rather tough, military characters.
Bruno really played these tough guy roles. And I mean, you know, he was a tough guy. It was military roles. It was just big, brawny. And to see him in Maigret, it was a complete 180 from his previous work. And to have an actor to have a range like that, a dynamic range that it's believable, you go from tough guy to tough thinking detective, it shows the sign of a good artist.
And then all of a sudden, you see people turn around. He's a star now, a real star. And they call him Maigret.
Even standing still or just looking, I mean, there was this, it's almost like laser beam eyes, like he was just flying out. Every little detail was looking, and Maigret was really seeing it. And you lost Bruno and you gained Maigret. I mean, that's the sign of a great actor. They're so intense that you see just the character, you don't see the actor.
Bruno Cremer got sick and tired of playing with Czech directors and Polish directors who don't speak English, and of course not French.
Of course, you see all the credits, and it does have all these Czech names. That, of course, that means the directors and all the technicians, they're all speaking Czech.
And he said, I want a full-fledged French director. And when I got to Prague, I told him, well, you want a French director, you got a Belgian one.
We think of Georges Simenon and Bruno Cremer as quintessentially French, but actually they are both Belgian. Bruno Cremer, although he was born just outside Paris, his family moved from Belgium.
Well, Bruno also happened to be in a couple seasons of The Octopus. Now, if you look at this intensity level that he had in Maigret, imagine what he did with the character Espinosa.
Both roles are understated, and both roles are believable. But I think, though, the one common thing is that I see a sense of intellect in both. One is highly intelligent, and he uses it shrewdly to maneuver and manipulate his own greed and his power. And the other one has experience and uses his common sense and his own innate intelligence to solve the crimes.
I asked him, how does it feel like it, after all these years of being a distinguished, well-known, appreciated supporting actor, to become a star? And he said, it's marvelous.